Hello, everybody. Kimberly Maskey here, founder of Spiritual Biz Bootcamp. Saw a really interesting post today in the Facebook group here and a couple of great questions. Rick actually asked, he says he's excited to be here, but his business, he's trying to figure out where he should be focusing. So he says he feels like he should have a PhD in marketing to make anything be successful. So his first question is, does he do it himself? Does he hire a firm? Like, how do I look at return on investment? Well, I will say this, the last thing you want to do is hire a firm. It's really expensive and it doesn't make any sense to do so. Not unless you're, I don't know, unless your ad budget is huge and your return on investment is huge, that's the only time you're going to want to be hiring a firm to do it. So you got to know those numbers though before you hire somebody so that you have an idea of what it should be so that when you go to do the hire, you can see, like, is there a benefit? But I got to tell you this, I teach, amazing stuff in Spiritual Biz Bootcamp, and I don't have you hire a firm. I teach you how to do it yourself, and you don't need to know that much, because what you really need to know is how to connect with your tribe, which is what we cover in Spiritual Biz Bootcamp. Hey, Tammy. And then his other question is he struggles finding time to write original content. And yeah, I don't blame you. Finding time to write original content is a long and tedious process. And you don't have to be writing original content. It's not what I teach you to do in Spiritual Biz Bootcamp. There's another way to do it to be able to connect with your tribe, and it's not about spending hours writing blogs. Blogs do not make you money. Websites do not make you money. His other question is, how do I find the best place to focus my effort? So I spend time writing my own web content, building my clientele that way, or do I spend time reading online at one of those big psychic websites and hope to build clientele there? I'm going to tell you none of the above. You do not want to be writing your own web content. I mean, you can, but again, your website does not make you money, guys. Doesn't do it. So you do not want to be spending time writing a website. In fact, I tell a lot of my Spiritual Biz Bootcamp clients that you don't even need a website. You really don't. A website is just a fancy business card. I mean, anybody can have a website, so it's not going to show you as an expert or anything. It's just a website. So don't spend too much time on your website. Make it nice, use a free one and just allow it to be. It's, again, it's a fancy business card. So don't spend too much time on your website. No, do you want to build your clientele that way, or do you want to build your clientele through an online psychic website? I don't know. Those online psychic websites, that's always an interesting thing, because here's the thing, they're not your clientele. If you're going through an online website and you're working for one of those psychic companies, those aren't your clients. You're an employee of the company. You want to be an employee? I don't think so. So you should really, you need to be focusing on creating your own business, and it's not through a website. That's not how I teach it in bootcamp, and we have incredibly successful clients all the time that are doing things a little bit differently, but it really works. I actually always say I teach things a little bit backwards, but it saves you money and saves you time. So Rick, I hope this kind of helped you, but I'm going to say don't hire a firm unless you got cash to burn, because you don't know what that's going to look like. And I'm going to tell you this, that even if you spend money on a firm and you spend money writing content or time writing content, and you spend money and time creating your website, you're still not going to make money. There's a very good chance you're not going to make any money at all, because the missing key to all of that is that you need to have a deep soul connection with your tribe. Without the deep soul connection with your tribe, it just doesn't work. None of it works. Even if you try to automate, I talk about making money while you meditate, which is really cool, but if you haven't developed the skill of being able to truly connect with your tribe, it doesn't work. So the connection point has to happen first, and then you can look at all the other things. But I got to tell you, you don't want to be spending money in silly places like on a big fancy website or on a lot of, a firm to do marketing for you. It just doesn't make sense until you have the foundation laid. And that's exactly what I teach in Spiritual Biz Bootcamp, is how do you create the foundation for your business? How do you connect with your tribe at a soul level? How do you build your tribe every single day and be able to share your knowledge and connect with them and shift consciousness with your clients? Not just doing a reading, but how do you get to the point where you're shifting consciousness with them, and which then in turn shifts consciousness around the world. And that's what you'd be doing. If you are not shifting consciousness with people every day, you're doing something wrong. You're not living your purpose. So I'm going to put a link above to reach out. You can watch my live training at spiritualbizbootcamp.com. Take a watch on that training, and if it so resonates with you, book a call at the end, because I don't know what else you're doing if you're not out there shifting consciousness and helping people with your gifts in a true way, not just doing a reading like a dog and pony show. I'll see you guys in the next video.